So I've seen lots of videos on YouTube of these little two-stroke generators having a knocking noise. What I think is the issue is the connecting rod bearing is shot. We're going to take it apart and find out. This thing still runs perfectly fine. I did put this thing through the ringer. You can clearly see that there's pieces taken off of it. I blew the outlet thing off of it. It kind of had a blowout. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to grab your ratchet. If you're going to replace the piston in this is a pretty good video for it. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your 5/16. Flip it over on its side. Make sure you don't break the choke handle. Alright, set this here. Gonna loosen these. Muffler bolts. Set them aside. These are your only 5/16 bolts on this. You don't have to take them completely out, but I do just to be sure. Take them out. Now you're going to notice that this doesn't come off. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to flip it this way, and you'll see there's a bolt right here. That is a 10mm bolt. You're going to, if you don't have a deep socket, you could just grab a 10mm and a small extension or a large extension. Muffler should slide off, and be aware of where this ring goes. I glued mine in place last time I had it off because it was a pain in the ass to put it back on because it kept falling off. Just want to make sure that you have that. Sometimes it is stuck on there. Set your bolt in there, or else you could take it out and set it along with your other bolts. Set your muffler aside. Next, we're gonna take out. First thing I should have did was take this boot off. Make sure it's safe for you to work with. This thing is kind of fucked. It's damaged here. These two-stroke generators are kind of garbage, but these are also 10mm bolts. Set those aside. Lift this off. Shroud, just throw it aside. You don't need that right now. Yeah, we have a head gasket leak too. So that's another issue. Alright. We'll fix that when we have it off. Alright, then you're going to take your recoil part off, which mine is mine broke, so I hooked the drill up to a socket and then just started using that as a starter, and it works very well. I cut this part off of it so I can get in there a lot easier with the drill. I could have just drilled a hole through it instead of just cutting it off completely, but this thing is put through the ringer. I put about 500 hours on this and it's still running pretty strong. First, I think these go on sale for like, I think it's $89 they go on sale at Harbor Freight. Even if you were to buy parts for this, it probably wouldn't be worth it. You'd just throw it out, go get another one, or just keep it for parts. I don't know, it's just pretty much what I did with the other one I had. This one was given to me. I used it and then it conked out. Alright, so now we're gonna do, you could take this here and just put it aside, like wrap it under there or something. And then we're just gonna loosen the head bolts. I like to go in a star shape or crisscross. To loosen them. We're also going to go through the same process to tighten them, because you don't want to warp your cylinder head, because if you do, it's going to create a leak, or it could even crack it. I don't know why these are very oily, which I have a feeling it's the head gasket, but we'll find out in just a second. Alright, let's pull the head off. Yeah, you can see right here there's oil right here. Shouldn't be like that. Just make another head gasket, no big deal. Lots of buildup on that. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of oil on here. Let's pull our gasket off carefully so we don't damage it, so we don't have to waste time making another one. It is made out of aluminum, so it ain't the best gasket in the world, but it works. Set that aside. Now we can pull our cylinder head off, or not the cylinder head, but the cylinder jug, or whatever you want to call it. Just pull it straight off. Heavy cast iron. Take a look at it in the light. Yeah, it's scratched, but hell, it's still usable. Yeah, that's pretty more, but it's still usable. I mean, it ain't garbage. Now here's our piston here. Alright, set the... Are we getting a leak here? Looks like. Yeah, looks like we're getting a slight leak there. Might have to cut up a new gasket and make one. Piston looks pretty good. I just put it in there not too long ago. Let's check out the allergies. Alright, now we could just pull our... Now you gotta be very careful here because you don't want to end up going out and buying another. Check this out here. Yeah, it looks good. Lots of side-to-side play, but... Alright, now what we gotta do is we gotta get this... Here, let me see if I can... This little pin out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this clip out of there. We have to do this very carefully because we do not want that to take flight and go across the shop. So what we're gonna have to do is... Might not be able to show you on camera how to do it right now, but I can pull it off. I can pull the piston off of it, then I can show you. So, alright, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Because we don't want it to fly. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain, so I can't really show you on camera right now. But once I get it out, I can show you up close how to take it out. Ooh. God damn, I hate doing this. But it's something you're gonna have to do a lot if you're working in small engines. Alright. Come on. Yeah. I might go with the other side. Oh wow, that's a pain. I'm just paranoid I don't want it to go flying. Alright, there we go. Do a little E clip. Or a G clip. Alright. Set that aside. Oh yeah, that's probably why I smell gas. It's leaking all over the place. Could have sworn I drained the bowl. Or drained the whole thing of gas at least. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a bolt, pull this out, and we could take a bolt, we could push the pin through. Wouldn't suggest grabbing it with a pair of pliers because that could screw it up. You put a scratch in it and then it'll score everything up. Now watch when you do this because there's a bearing in there. This one looks alright. Doesn't look to be scored at all. It's wearing, that's for sure, but there's no scoring. Push our little, set that in there. Put our bearing on. There's a little bit of play, but you can't tell without putting it in the thing. Alright, there is like no play at all. That's good. Spins very nicely. Let's pull that out. That is not the problem. Piston in the cylinder. Seems alright. I don't think that's the problem with the knocking sound or the ticking or whatever. I think this is the problem. That side to side movement. Yeah, it seems a little excessive. Alright. Yeah, definitely that's what's causing that. End play seems... there really isn't any end play in a two-stroke if it has bearings. If it has ball bearings in it, it doesn't have much end play. That's pretty bad. Considering how many hours was put on this, I can expect it to blow. But that's pretty much it for this part. So I'll have to make another video putting it back together and test running it with a new piston in it. So I'll show you how to put the pin in it, the piston pin, gudgeon pin, or whatever you call it, in, and we'll just put it back together and try it out and see if it will make the same noise with a different piston in it, because I'm pretty sure this is what's doing it, what's causing that noise. It doesn't do it at high RPMs really, but at lower RPMs it has like a weird tick noise to it. So I think that's what the problem is. So we'll have to put it back together tomorrow, and I'll see you in part 2.